You know, I'm just gonna say this. I was sick all fucking week.
Oh, shit.
All week, man. And I missed one day of work. I left early one day. But I'm here. Shit, you gotta be fucking crazy.
But you know, so say like, you know, you come out all year, and then say, you know, that one day where you can't come out, hey, that's the day where you have to use your, you know, use your sick time or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai needs to hear your prayers so you can get some spiritual sick time. How you only gonna pray when you get sick? What did the scripture we read before this one say? In your sorrows, in your happiness, in your gladness, during all those times.
That's every day when you wake up, in the middle of the day, and in the night.
When something happens, something good happens, when you find $1, when you find a $4.
That's what I'm saying. That name, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, has to be in your head a million times throughout the day, like more than that, you know. Like every second.
Where were we at? 41 or 43?
43 and 6.
All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 43 and 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
That's right, so set a declaration of time. To declare the time. To say what time it is. You know, but this white man, the devil, he tried to mix it. He tried to mix the Gregorian calendar with the moon. You know, with the regular, what's regular supposed to be going off of.
He's fucking crazy. He's fucking crazy, man. This guy's a fucking asshole, to tell you the truth. He saw you.
He puts his hands in everything, you know.
You're fucking insane, bro. He does, man. He's everywhere. Like, and he makes calendars that have the moon calendar on the Gregorian calendar. So he doesn't. You better bet he knows what fucking time we're in. He knows. We don't know. We lost our calendar. He's always had it. We have to relearn it because he stole it from us. That's humbling.
Man.
Who the hell are we gonna learn it back from? We gotta learn it back from him, cause he's got it, and then we gotta be so thankful for our teachers. We gotta be praying for our teachers too. Man, if I'm not making a video or reading the Bible or feeding my chickens, I'm watching a video.
Yep. Not a day goes by that we don't watch a video.
And then we're gonna go after camp and we'll probably watch Dallas Reincarnated. Because they're always on. They're on what we're on. But they go live. You know, this time the wind's blowing on you. It's getting them off. Are they bothering you?
I don't know. I'm trying not to let them get on me.
Alright.
Stop at the comma.
Alright. Verse 8?
7.
This is verse 7. Ecclesiasticus 43 and 7. For the moon is a sign of feast.
That's right. It says the moon is a sign of feast. So the moon tells you when to eat also. You know?
I'm hungry too. Hey, so just to back you up, how do we know when the Passover is?
By the moon.
By the moon. How do we know when the Day of Atonement is? By the moon. Wait, how do we know any? It's telling us. The moon.
Yep. It's the declaration of time.
So that brother has to recognize that this is his teacher. He taught him that the moon is the calendar.
So, you know, if that brother was in a camp today, he would know that the Sabbath, you know, ended at sundown.
That's good that he asked that question.
Yep. So he got at least he got that edification, you know.
And that was an edifying situation too. Keep going. from the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
That's right. It decreases. You know, the light decreases. It also increases.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna say on the next verse.
The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Right. So it said the month is called after her name. So the moon is her. You know, if the moon is the her, so we're calling the moon month. You know, it's named after her name. You know.
And the
So
brothers said it.
the moon is called month.
The new moon means month. Month means new moon.
Yep. And keep going.
Verse 9?
Yeah.
Verse 9. The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's right, because it said being an instrument of the armies above. And who are the armies above? It is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and the angels.
This guy said it. The guy that was here. He said it.
He said it.
He said it.
You know, it says shining in the firmament of heaven. It says the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So that's a glorious place, you know, for those lights to be up there, you know.
Can you imagine having the knowledge back, being in the kingdom and looking at the new moon? Because we could look at the new moon all we want right here, right now, but we can't even see the beauty of it. Like we could look at the sky and we can't see past the firmament in these bodies. But when we get our spiritual bodies, we're gonna look up and see different galaxies. Just imagine looking straight up and seeing many different galaxies.
Yeah, because it says in the Lord's house is many mansions.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Many mansions means many planets, many universes.
Imagine that.
Damn.
Imagine that. All for.
And you think those chariots, they can't travel from planet to planet, to universe to universe?
Mm-hmm. Dimension to dimension. You know what those chariots love doing the most though? They love watching us preach and prophesy. Chariots are all over the camps areas. They're watching us right now. They're recording this and sending the transmission to Yahushai and Yahushai's. You know, he can say whatever he wants about us. We're fools for Yahushai. Whatever he says, it goes. Did I get 9? Yeah, let me get 10. Ecclesiasticus 43:10. At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're not fainting in our watches. That's what the brother was talking about. You can only miss it if you really can't go. Damn, if you really can't go. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai will know that you can't go because he made it to the point that where you can't go. Let me get another scripture.
Leviticus 24:8.
Leviticus 24:8. Oops. Got it. 21 or 41? 21 and 8?
Yeah.
This is Leviticus 21:8. Thou shalt sanctify him therefore, for he offereth the bread of thy power.
It's like, yeah, 24 and 8.
Or 24? It's like I jumped the gun. This is Leviticus 24:8. Every Sabbath he shall set in order before Yahweh Shem Yahushai, continually being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant.
So every Sabbath he shall set in order before Yahweh Shem Yahushai continually. You know, so every Sabbath has to be in order. You know, so before the Sabbath comes, you have to try to hurry up and get your stuff done before the Sabbath comes, so you could rest. You know.
So how you gonna do that in this kingdom?
At least. You know.
How you gonna do that in this kingdom when you gotta work every motherfucking day just to eat?
Yep. And that's an everlasting covenant. That means forever.
And if those Zebulonites exist and they're pushing the law, I perceive that we're gonna have an encounter with them. It's inevitable.
Now we're giving you the law, but we're not saying you have to mandatory do it, you know, but we're telling you to do it to the best of your ability.
And I hope
and to do it by faith.
Yeah, and I hope those brothers don't come in the IUIC spirit. I hope they don't, man. I have zero tolerance for bullshit. I must have been a motherfucking general in some dude's army, man. Cause, woo, coming with that bullshit. I watched the video of Defenders for the Truth about IUIC and how they had a marriage scam going on. How men were popping men in their congregation. How they were passing around women. Yeah, so let me get that again. Leviticus 24:8. Every Sabbath he shall set in order before the Lord continually, being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant.
Yep. And also Numbers 15 and 32.
This is Numbers 15 and 32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's the Sabbath day, and the children of Israel, you know, they all know the commandment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not to be working. But they found this guy gathering sticks. Does it keep going?
What was that? 15 and
32.
15 and 33. And they found him gathering sticks, brought him unto Moses and Aaron, and unto all the congregation.
Yes. So they found him. They found him doing a crime. You know, he was doing a crime. So the real police, they came and got him. The real police.
Man. So judgment is gonna happen right, and that's fucked up because in the ancient world, they happen like this. Boom. That same day. If they caught you up that same day, your ass is getting judged that same day. You ain't gonna be in no holding cell. You ain't gonna be fucking waiting for your fucking judgment day. You ain't gonna have to fucking ask people to put money on your books. You're gonna get judged right then and there. And ain't nobody gonna be breaking those laws in the kingdom. 100% raw judgment.
You know, you ain't gonna be able to not even think about breaking a law.
Shit, because as soon as you think about that in my kingdom, I'm stomping your ass out. I'm gonna appear inside your body and just make you disintegrate. Poof. 34. And they put him in ward because it was not declared what should be done to him.
Put him in ward.
Hold him, the holding facility. Yep. So that is judgment. That's they were waiting for his trial. They were waiting for his trial, and the whole time that the Israelite he knew. He knew. Why the fuck would you pick sticks on Sabbath?
Yeah, because back then, everything was in order back then. When it came to the Sabbath, nobody had to do work. And they were keeping that law.
And that was when the law was gonna be at the height of its glory. So if those guys are talking about pushing the law, you can't start no camp yet. Please miss me with that shit. I'll send you the fucking voicemail. Don't even hit me with that nonsense, huh? You can't start a camp because you don't follow the laws. Just told you right now. Look, I'm gonna read it again. And they put him in ward because it was not declared what should be done to him, and the reason why they did that to him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath. So they locked his ass up because he broke the Sabbath. So if you're telling everybody that you're an Israelite and you're not prophesying out here, you're a fake Israelite. You are a fake Israelite. Don't give me that bullshit. We're real over here.
We are overcame the world already.
Damn, dude. We've been out here for a year and going on year number 2. Lord willing, until Yahweh Shai comes back.
And I hope he comes back when we're out here we're doing this right now.
Come, because you know why? Because the scripture says, what will you be found doing when your Lord comes back?
Yep, that's right.
What will you be found doing? Let's say your ass decides, oh man, I deserve a vacation. I'm not going to go to camp this week. And the Lord comes back to the Lord. You betrayed him. You betrayed Yahweh Shai. Took a day off just because you felt like it. You were doing too much work. Let me tell you how jealous our power is, man. His jealousy resides in us. And I know demons fuck with you and they make you have crushes on women. How much does it fucking hurt your little feelings when you see that woman talking to another man that you have a little fucking crush on at work? Crushes.
And scriptures say it's a righteous thing for a man to be jealous of a woman, because there's a law. If a man gets jealous of a woman, he's allowed to take her to the priest to do a test on her. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
To do a test.
And the word jealous has to mean suspicious. We'll get into that next week. Because why would he want to get that woman tested? Yahweh Shai is testing us. If he gets jealous of us, he gets suspicious of us. You don't want the Lord that knows everything to get suspicious of you.
That's why he refers to Israel as a woman. Because like a woman, they go off. They're like a whore. You know?
Yeah, because we were worshiping other powers.
That's how we were. You know?
It sounds funny, but it's true, man.
Yeah.
If you can't laugh at stuff like that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking burn your head out? Or, come on, man. So we're allowed to be jealous. How much more our power?
And also, scriptures say there's a righteous jealousy, a godly jealousy.
Man, you're right about that one.
It said because I think it said one of the prophets had a godly jealousy. You know.
Want me to get 35?
Yeah. Does it go more?
Yeah. Numbers 15 and 35. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. That means outside of the camp. Take him outside of the camp. Bury him. Expose his head like they did to Stephen. Like, remember Stephen?
Yeah.
Bury him up to his head. And fucking pelt the shit out of him with motherfucking rocks. I ain't talking about little rocks like that. Fucking boulders. All men tossing them shits at you. Strong men too. With hate.
And that's what you call you gonna learn today. You know? Oh, you gonna learn today. That's what you gonna call you gonna learn today, because the whole congregation would see that happen. And that's how you put fear into the community. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point right there, man, because you know what I do with my chickens. If there's one that acts up, fights me or pecks me or hits me, guess what's going to happen to that chicken? I'm going to take it to the special place where the whole congregation of chickens knows that chicken ain't coming back.
Yep.
And you better bet those motherfucking chickens learn their lesson that fucking day. What you call you're going to learn today.
Yep. Like on Boys in the Hood, it was Furious who said that. He said because Trey didn't want to wear a condom, right? On Boys in the Hood, Trey didn't want to wear a condom, so his father was like, I don't know why I gotta keep telling you, you know, but you gonna learn today. You know, you gonna learn. Numbers 28 and 9 too.
All right. This is Numbers 28 and 9. And on the Sabbath day, 2 lambs of the first year without spot, and 2/10 deal of flour for meat offering, mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof.
Yeah, so if you can on the Sabbath, you also have to have two lambs, right?
2 lambs, a year old. You know how much lambs cost? $100 to $150. You gonna do that every Sabbath? You can't do that every Sabbath.
Yep. Of the first year.
They have to be choice lambs. You're talking about 150 now.
Shit.
Farmers go out there and pick any goddamn lamb they want, sell it to you for $100, butchered already. But you have to do that shit yourself.
So that's pretty hard, you know.
Want me to get the next one?
You know, let's go to Deuteronomy 5:15.
This is Deuteronomy 5 and 15. And remember that thou was a servant in the land of Egypt, and that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy Alahayanawa, brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Alahayanawa, commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day.
That's right. He said the Most High brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. You know? Therefore, Yahweh Shem Yahushai commanded us to keep the Sabbath. So if Yahweh Shem Yahushai did this big thing, he saved us from captivity in the land of Egypt. You know, so he did this big thing. So we should be keeping the Sabbath and giving it back to him.
Was that the last one?
Let's get the 2 Kings 4 and 23. I think that last one. It's gonna tell you.
This is 2 Kings. Before I read it, I want the congregation, on YouTube to notice. Yes, I'm the camp leader, but right now I'm serving this brother. I'm his reader.
Because that's how we do camp sometimes. You know, I'll get his scriptures, I'll read his scriptures so that he could speak, and then he's getting my speakers scriptures so I can speak. Because since we're running on a two-man camp, you know,
It's a two-way frequency.
But if it was a one-man camp, that'd be even harder because you have to get your own scriptures and speak your own and do a lot of hard.
Oh man, that's hard work.
You know?
Hey,
You know, but once it gets more, so say you got a 3-man camp, now you can have a brother for the camera, or you know, or
and if those brothers join us, it'll be a 4-man camp. So hey, and I know that brother likes to talk. Aiden likes to talk. He's talking the
got
whole
some
time.
knowledge, you know.
He's got some knowledge and he's learning, but he's still got to learn his place. He's gonna be a reader. And he'll have his lesson, I'll have my lesson, and if there's time, he'll have his lesson.
Until we're ready, until we think they're ready, you know, to be a speaker. You know.
But then by that time, if you're a speaker, we should have this camera over here and that camera over there, and we can still do the same camp.
We have 2 cameras going because I got a camera stand, you know, that I can use.
This is 2 Kings 4 and 23. And he said, wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, it shall be well.
Right, so it said, it is neither new moon nor Sabbath. So that tells you that the Sabbath runs on the new moon. You know, so they're saying it's not a new moon, it's not the Sabbath. You know. So with that should tell you, you know, when the Sabbath is. You know?
So let's read that. I'm gonna read that scripture slow again.
Yep.
And he said, wherefore wilt thou go to him today? So you can't back. If you're following the law, you couldn't even go approach Yahweh unless it was a Sabbath.
Yep.
It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, it shall be well. It'll be okay. So there was so much order to keep 10. Man, come on, how are you going to keep 613? You going to tell me you got to keep 613 laws before you start a camp?
In order to keep 613 commandments, there has to be a king that's ruling the city, and they have the whole government under those laws. You know, that's how they had it in Israel when David was ruling, right? When all the kings were ruling in Israel.
And don't you forget, the order goes prophet, then king. Samuel was telling Saul and King David where to go, how to do it. He was the man behind the man, so to speak. The prophet tells the king what he should do, but ultimately the king can do whatever he wants because the king is also anointed. Don't forget, number one is the prophet.
Because the prophet, he receives messages straight from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, he's the one that gets the understanding.
Passes it around. He's a supplier, basically. I'm gonna get in the scripture. That was the last one.
Yeah.
So today was very edifying. It was a beautiful church.
So just remember to look up when is the new moon, and then 7 days later it'll be the Sabbath, beginning in the nighttime, all the way till the next day in the nighttime.
So with that, we're gonna say Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakudash. Till the next time we say Shalom.
All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakudash. Shalom.